Yeah, what a treat having Smokey in studio this morning. Awesome stuff. Now, of course, this whole week we've been celebrating the magic of our universe. Yeah. My mind has been blown almost every day this week. We've been taking a look at how far humanity has come. If we thought the moon was the final frontier, well, we've taken it so much further. We've got the International Space Station. We're now looking at the prospect of putting people on Mars in less than a decade. So all of this raises a very interesting question about how do we live in space? And obviously with the International Space Station being up and running for a while now, people have been able to test out exactly how to live in space with some very humorous results.
Well, talking about the International Space Station, I mean, it was put there 16 years ago, and astronauts live there for like months and months at a time. So that begs the question, are they able to do things that we would do in normal life in space? And I do think that things that we take for granted every day can become a highly complicated affair, like crying.
First of all, I don't know what reason do you have to cry in space. That's a bit scary if you do need to cry in space, but I suppose after 3 or 4 months. But here is one particular astronaut who thought he would figure out exactly what happens. I don't know who upset him, but we're talking about Chris Hadfield. Now, he decided to answer that question emphatically, and he demonstrates how it happens while on board a space station. He looks absolutely distraught, man.
Okay, so then he's putting
tears into his eyes. So he's going to make himself cry with his water bottle. Oh, crocodile tears, man. Crocodile tears.
Oh, wow.
That's very sad. I suppose if you're a loved one sitting at home, you want to see big fat tears like that. Very, very sweet. So it also asks some other interesting questions about personal hygiene, like starting with the hair.
So listen, if I were a female astronaut and I needed to wash my hair, that would be an issue. Like, how do you wash your hair in space? Well, an astronaut, Karen Neiberg, she's one of 6 space travelers living on the International Space Station. She actually demonstrated how she's got the technique down. But it actually looks like, look at the water. Oh my goodness.
Come on.
She's trying to chase the water.
You've just got to be really on the ball.
She looks like she got the fright of her life. Hey.
She stuck that finger in a plug socket. This again begs another very important question. While they are busy testing out these theories, which is great for us and for the internet, what are they doing up there? Surely they've got really important work to be doing on the International Space Station. Now, I'm sure the madness must kick in if you're looking at a 3 to 6 month stay on the station, but amazing to see the kinds of discoveries that have come out of there that are very scientific, not just about personal hygiene. But of course, being Space Week, we've been posing some really cool questions to you. And on social media, we posed the question, and this was a tough one. I had to sit and scratch my head a bit. Do you get taller or shorter living in space?
Well, we did post that question, and some of our Expresso viewers answered. Avir Smacker Nunkumar says, depends how you measure them. Okay. Rensher said, taller. The weight of the world is off their shoulders. I like that one. Tijmai Sentu says, shorter. They don't lose bone density. And then Sibangizile Dube says, they stay the way they are.
Oh, inside and out. Well, the true answer actually is you get a little bit taller. Why? Because the spine is very much like a spring. So when you remove that gravity, that pressure on the spine, it's able to elongate, and they reckon it's at a degree of, get this, about 3% while you are traveling in space. So you will grow, but the nice thing is once you get back down to Earth and our normal gravity, your spine will compress once again. I don't know if that comes with a massive chiropractor's bill, but that is actually what happens to you in space. So they're obviously going to have to consider that. Now, we've got a 3-month trip to Mars, so everyone there is going to step off a little bit taller, but then Mars obviously has a greater gravity than Earth, so they're going to get possibly even shorter.
That guy that wrote that song, I wish I was a little bit taller, I wish I was a baller, he probably should go to the International Space Station. Ilana, would you like to get any taller, perhaps?